Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Working Man's Road to Glory. Today we will be diving into our first online draft, first draft at all, and we'll be seeing if we can make any coins. As you can see there, before we do go into it, we do have 30,000 coins in the bank, so we need to make that back. If we can make any profit at all, then we'll probably start to do it again. If we lose money, this will probably be the one and only, so we'll just jump right into it and we shall see what we can do. So obviously we've got the couple of screens here to see, to obviously enter into the draft with. We'll quickly go into that one there and we'll see what formations we get. So we have got the 4-1-2-1-2, that is what I use on Foot Champs. I've heard that the 4-4-2 flat is good as well, but we're going to be going with the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. And that's the only problem with a narrow formation, is when you get all captains are wingers or left mids, right mids, blah blah. So we shall take, we've already used Bale. I didn't really like him because of that balance. So we shall go for Neymar instead, because obviously it's much better, and he just looks like an overall great card. We're going to jump into the first spot on the team, and we get Legend Shevchenko, which there's some very good cards in there as well, but come on, we will have to go for him. So we do indeed jump in for Andrei Shevchenko. I think that might be his prime card as well. We now don't get a great choice of strikers to go next to him. So Kostic looks decent. Farfan looks very good all round. Yeah, bugger it. I think we're going to have to go for Jefferson Farfan, and we do indeed. So we'll now jump down to the cam spot. There's only one card really there that we're ever going to go for, and now I wish we had gone to a Serie A link up top if possible, but we didn't, and now we will give him a link though. So Perisic and João Mario there, linking up very nicely. Oh, look at that. Team of the Year Kante. Doesn't matter who else is there. I am definitely taking this card. Have not used him yet, so we shall see how he pans out in this draft. Hopefully he's as good as I think he is. Bakayoko there to give him the perfect chem as long as we get a Premier League right back. So we shall definitely jump in for a bit of Bakayoko as well. Plus we obviously know that he's a very good card anyway. And we get Victor Moses at right back, so we shall go for him as well. And that is a perfect chem all round there, as long as we can get another link or two for Bakayoko in the French link there. That Apara card looks insane, but it's not going to be him because we can't link him. Some other Serie A ones, but we shall jump in for Perrin there, whack him into the team. And next centre back, we do get a Premier League one in Dragovic. So again, some nicer players there, but for the chem links, we shall jump in for Leicester City's Dragovic, and we'll sort that around there. So it's working well for chemistry at the moment. We get a Mavi, Rose, could go Rose for Premier League, but then we need to count and get another Premier League defender. And Mavi's there, which will give Perrin perfect chem, as long as we can get a French goalie, Hugo Lloris, who would be clutch. And bam! Hugo Lloris is there. So we shall put him straight into net. And we shall keep the defence like that. Hopefully we get a better centre-back than Dragovic. But we shall have a look. Obviously, those next keeper choices are horrendous. So we'll just go for highest rated Sorrentino and jump onto the next one. And we get nothing really of note. We'll go for highest rated again, I think, in Mark Bartra. And onto the, oh, look at that, saves about Aspilicueta. We could also go for Cahill, but come on, who the hell is going to turn down Aspilicueta instead of Gary Cahill? So we shall jump him in straight in there, and look at that, that is perfect for chem all round. Back four is solid. We just need a couple of mids now. Oh, look at that. This draft has been very nice to us here. We shall go with KDB. And obviously put him into midfield somehow. We need to rely on getting another Premier League midfielder there really before we can put him in. But we'll have a look through. We actually do get Gylfi. We get Muller as well. Bora. A couple of choices really there, but I think we're gonna be pretty set with midfielders going back down the pitch. So we will take Gylfi Sigurdsson because we need a bit more of attacking flair, and he's got nicer shooting and stuff. And then we'll whack KDB in there, and it's close to perfect chem at the moment. Close, but not quite. A couple of players off there. Jump into this one, we're getting nothing. Lozano, I know that his special card's decent. I'm not too sure about the base version, so it doesn't really matter. We'll go for him. He probably won't even make it onto the bench. Leo Messi, oh, and Pogba. We're actually going to have to turn down Leo Messi there because Pogba's actually going to help the team. So we'll put him in there instead of Gylfi, and that makes our midfield just insane now. It's very, very good midfield. We just now need a striker to... oh, there you go. We'll go Kylian Mbappe there. We won't start him, but it'll be a super sub along with Neymar that we can bring on at the later points in the game if we do come across anything too hard. And we'll now jump into the next pick. We get Shane Long, Southampton player, so obviously not my favourite, but we need to make this draft as good as we can, so we will whack him up there and pray to God that we get another one in these next two picks. We would definitely take Salah or Insigne. I liked Insigne's last card, so I would take him again because his 84 card was very good, so his 85's got to be better. And look at that, Alexis Sanchez coming up clutch there. We can put him up top. Obviously you won't get 10 chem, but I'd rather him on, I think it's 6, rather than Shane Long on perfect. We shall now fill out the bench with Insigne, Mbappe, and we'll put Farfan on there instead of the goalie, and we'll chuck Gylfi on there as well instead of Mark Bartra. So that is our teams at 80. No, it stays at 87 rated. So a 187 for our first one, not too bad. Alexi on 6, the rest of them on as close to full chem as possible. A couple on 9 just because of their positioning. That's KDB and Pogba, but that's not too bad. So we got Pro League French, so that would do. But all of our French boys, apart from Pogba, so that would put Pogba onto 10 and the rest of them stays the same, or Alexi up onto 7 with the Chilean manager, and that is what we will go for, I think, because Alexi on 7, Pogba on 9 is going to be the same as Pogba on 10 really. So yeah, that is our first draft, and we now jump into the gameplay. First up, we come up against a semi-strong team. A couple of players are expecting to sub out, a quite slow backline apart from Aspilicueta. Hugo Lloris's team of the group stage or something card, I think that is, and obviously Informed Suarez up top. Very, very nice team. I would still say ours should be better, and in the 3rd minute we have got the ball here with Shevchenko on the edge. He gives it back to Kante, and Kante is not only a box-to-box mid, he can actually finish once you get him on the edge of the box. As you can see there, pings that one into the top corner, and we go 1-0 up. 35 minutes in, he now has the ball, he puts it into his own, Kante to Neymar, back to Kante, Kante back to Neymar, who has got a lot of room to run into, which isn't what you really want. Thiago puts that one through to Suarez, but we just about managed to nick it before Luis Suarez can get that one, and we get it up to Pogba, who puts it into Sanchez, back to Pogba, who just steps inside that as he lunges. Very nice ball, back through to Alexis Sanchez, who puts that one into the bottom right hand corner and makes it 2-0 after 38 minutes. So very, very good start to the first game of the draft. And now, just after kickoff, which I think was just after half time, just after the half time kickoff, we get it through to Alexi again, who lovely puts that one across the face of the keeper and into the corner, makes it 3-0. And now in the 49th minute, he just gives us gives the ball away to us again, and Kante with another nice little finish. And as you can see, pause is cued there, and that is how that game ends. So we get through round 1 with a nice little rage quit. 4-0 win, very, very nice indeed. A nice few 500 coins back, which is all well and good. And now game number 2, we come up against a monster team here. Ronaldo, inform Bale, inform Raheem Sterling, a semi-decent midfield, but then the backline is also very strong. Obviously, Aspilicueta playing out of position, but that team of the year, Ramos and Ter Stegen in goal is very, very strong. And he does start very well in the 14th minute, gets out to Cristiano Ronaldo, who volleys that one in. I felt like Lloris probably could have done a bit better than that. It wasn't a very hard shot and it went into his near post. So I was kind of annoyed, but there you go. And now we don't actually manage to clear that one. He does a lovely little ball roll on the drag back, sorry, with Kane, and he puts that one into the bottom corner and makes it 2-0. We now have a uphill task on our hands if we want to get back into this game. And luckily enough, we have legend or icon Shevchenko, who pulls that one back to 2-1 just on the stroke of half time. So we can go into the second half with a little bit of hope. And as the second half gets underway, we are obviously in the 65th minute, and Alexi does pull that one back to 2-2. So straight after kickoff, and a cross-face goal comes off of my defender twice, I think, and Cristiano with the diving header there to make it 3-2, and he shushes me, which is lovely. I love it when people shush me. It's fantastic. And then again, Cristiano Ronaldo in the air is just ridiculous. That is one of the best headers, well, properly into the top corner. So now 85 minutes have gone, and Kante again coming up massive there, and he thunders that one into the top left hand corner and gives me a tiny bit of hope. And now with 90 minutes on the clock, we are well into added on time. There's a lovely ball out to Victor Moses, who smashes that one across the face of goal, and we just managed to be right in the middle there with Neymar to make that one 4-4. And now in the 93rd minute, Insigne runs through, looks for Neymar because it was probably the right choice. Insigne probably would have scored if I had shot there, but Neymar definitely scored. And we just failed to clear it again. He puts it into Kane shortly after. That makes it 5-5. So this is goals galore going in here. And now in the 116th minute, he just about manages to clear it, but gives the ball away to us there. Very well read by Aspilicueta. Moses into Neymar. Neymar to Insigne. Lovely ball out to Kylian Mbappe, who smashes that one home. And we go 6-5 up, and that is how the game ended. That one was very tough, almost a second round exit, but 6-5 is how it ends. And on to the next round. Again, very nice team here. Not 100 chem though, which obviously works in my favour, but still very strong. Striker Cristiano Ronaldo, informed Di Maria, informed Hazard, 9 goal and blah blah blah. You know, some very good teams in draft. And we do actually go 1-0 up after a few minutes there with Pogba from the edge of the box, and shortly afterwards he makes it 1-1. Very nice with Cristiano there to pull it back, and 1-1 is the scoreline. So in the 16th minute, so this is all very quick going on here, he does indeed make it 2-1 with Raja Nainggolan. Just some really nice play from him, and there wasn't really much that I could do. But we now, in the 29th minute, managed to get through to Shevchenko. Look at that for a lovely chip. I know that he had brought out his keeper a bit too far, but we did still have to do it. And we now get the ball through again to Shevchenko, who puts it to Sanchez. We get a bit lucky there because it falls back to us. We smash it and it hits the bar, and we manage to get it back with KDB, who puts that one right into the middle, and a lovely volley from Shevchenko to make it 3-2. And for some reason, he quit. We were kind of on top of him, not massively, and he'd obviously scored 2 goals, so he was good enough to get back into it. But he obviously didn't really want it, and so we now go into the final. And in the final, we match up against a very good team. A couple of players out of position, some very low chem, but the actual team is very good. With obviously Team of the Year Ramos again. We've got Sané and Alexi and Lacazette and Pogba and loads of really good cards. But in the 11th minute, we managed to get it through to Alexi Sanchez, who puts us 1-0 up. So another good start to this game. And shortly afterwards, 24 minutes in, he gets it to Lacazette, and look at that for a lovely little back heel. And Hazard puts that one calmly into the corner. 27 minutes gone, and we managed to get it through to Shevchenko, who, if he wasn't an icon, I think he probably would have cleared that ball there. But Icon's managed to make the ball stick, and he does put it into the net. Now, shortly after, Navi, lovely little ball into the middle, and Shevchenko is there again. Or is that KDB? Sorry. KDB is there, and we make it 3-1. And now after half an hour, he bangs that one in from the edge of the area with his Alexi, and he makes it 3-2. We then give away a penalty after 65 minutes. And if you can see here, if you look closely, you can see his head's just slightly going left. And that is because he's obviously pressing left, and I obviously read that. He could have just been trying to fool me and to be going right, but I just had to take it that he didn't know about that, and that was just going to put it left. But that doesn't really make any difference because after 81 minutes he manages to score a nice goal with Dele Alli there, and we go into extra time again. But we do have some very, very fresh legs there, and Insigne on his weaker foot, which is only 3-star, so kind of shocked that he scored that, but he did score that very nicely, and we still can't keep him out. After 100 minutes, he makes that 4-4, and it's game on again. Eden Hazard is a beast. But 116 minutes in, he just fails to clear it, and Neymar from the edge of the box, very, very nice finish, and we just add salt to the wounds in the 120th minute, and we run it up with Insigne, puts it into the middle, and Neymar somehow on his weaker foot managed to put that one in. He quits even though the game would have been over anyway, and he could have got more coins and not lost his did not finish multiplier thing. But he does quit, and that means that in our first draft entry we get our first draft win. Very, very nice team. I really enjoyed using Kante, De Bruyne. His inform is better than his normal card, but still not really that fond of him. Pogba is an absolute beast. Aspilicueta, unbelievable as well. Victor Moses was actually quite good. The front two, they scored some goals, but I didn't really like them that much. I think there's better icons than Shevchenko out there, and Alexei, probably mainly because he was only on 7 chem. Maybe that hampered him a bit, but I definitely felt more dangerous when I bought on my 3 super subs. But anyway, we get a rare a rare players pack and a gold pack, and I'm going to put this one to go through rather quickly because we get nothing. We get shafted. We do not make hardly any money back on this. We don't. We actually do get a board in the next pack, but as you're just about to see, it is a horrific one. And obviously, if I'd waited to sell this stuff until this week, then it would have all been worth a lot more. But I honestly didn't know this, and so I sell it all now. And just look at that. The highest rated is an 83, and then it's 81s and under from there, and it's just not good at all. We do manage to sell him for about 2,400. So all in all, we'll probably, after everything's sold, maybe back to like 23, 24k. If I'd sold it all and not put it into my club, I might have got closer to making my money back, but still, it would have been so close. For me, it's not really worth it, to be honest. There is obviously times when you get luckier, and maybe in the future when we've got a few more coins to play with, we will delve into this again. But for the time being, we shall just stick to FUT champs, divisions, maybe a few squad battles games here and there, and just trying to build up our team that way. And draft will be further in the future once we've got enough coins in the bank that we don't mind losing the odd 8 to 10,000 coins if it doesn't go to plan. But anyway, ladies and gents, just as the end of this video here, tomorrow will be going for Carlos Vella's Path to Glory card, which is going to be quite tough, but we shall see if we can get it done. And that is the end of today's video. If you did like it, then drop it a like, and if you're new, sub to me, and until next time, cheers.